everyone. That was Just Give Me a Reason, written and performed by Pink, one of my favorite artists, and Nate Ross from the group FUN. This song changed my life because the lyrics spoke to me in 2013 when it came out. At the time, I was going through a lot with my health and marriage. I felt like I was broken because of my past traumas and how things were affecting me both emotionally and cognitively. I changed my thinking from broken to bent because of this song. I started on my self improvement journey right after that. My goal was to straighten out the bent areas, not for it to look like new, but to show that work has been done to straighten those areas out. The scars will be there, and they do not dictate how I see myself or experience the world from that point on. I added the link for anybody interested in hearing the full song. Today, we will be talking about grounding through the storms. The podcast is going to be an introductory one. I will be talking about learning how your nervous system reacts in the present and what to do to gain control over yourself when you feel like you are out of control. Before we begin, I want to say this as clearly as possible. If your anxiety feels intense, very intense, if your emotions feel overwhelming, if your reactions feel out of control, if you think you are broken or damaged or crazy because of how you react in certain situations, I am telling you now that nothing is wrong with you. What you are experiencing is your nervous system that has learned to survive the things you have been through in your life. Today, I am talking about learning grounding techniques to use specifically for times when you experience triggers, anxiety, emotional distress that rises so quickly it feels hard to regulate yourself. This is the start of me talking about ways to learn and practice for self improvement. Remember that you would make it a habit by taking small steps towards each goal you set for yourself. For example, if you want to stop, I mean, if you want to stop lashing out when you feel angry, taking a deep breath in through your nose and blowing it out through your mouth when you're angry could create a break between how you feel and how you react on impulse in anger. That break is where you would think and eventually begin to do something different, something other than lashing out. So, the first small step that you would make would be in learning to take that break to breathe. So, what is grounding? Well, grounding yourself is not about forcing yourself to calm down. It is about finding yourself a little bit of safety in the moment to help your body know that you are not in danger, um, or that the danger has already passed. Not every grounding tool works for everyone. Choosing the right techniques for you will be part of your journey to heal and improve. I tell people to find as many techniques from each category as possible. Make a list of them and begin using them right away. You don't have to wait until you need them before you use them. When you use them as part of your day every day, they will help your body relax more throughout the day. And they will help your brain to remember them when you really need to use them. So every day, choose a different technique or two and use them throughout the day. Now, let's walk through some of these categories. The first one that I'm going to talk about is sensory grounding. Here we are talking about your senses, your five senses: sight, smell, sound, touch, and taste. Okay. When your anxiety spikes, your brain leaves the present moment you are in. Sensory grounding could bring it back. Coming back to your brain means that you could think through what is happening in your present moment. For example, you could name 5 things that you can see slowly in detail. You could take your shoes off, press your feet into the floor, and notice the pressure under your feet. You could hold something cold or something of a different texture. You could smell something that is grounding, like smelling tea can be grounding for some people. Smelling coffee could be grounding for some people. Essential oils or something minty or something that has mentholatum in it. You could also take a slow sip of something warm or cold. That would be using your senses to ground yourself. You could also play a game on your phone. You could listen to music. Those are sensory grounding. The next one I'm going to talk about is called body-based grounding. People who have gone through complex trauma usually store it in their body. So grounding often works best through movement, being active, and your senses, using sensation. You could also gently push your hands on the wall. You could tighten your muscles for 3 seconds and then release. You could do self massages around your shoulders. You could wrap yourself in a weighted blanket and feel the weight of the blanket. You could also exhale longer than you inhale while focusing on your chest and stomach returning to normal. You could also place a hand over your chest and say, "My body is trying to protect me," or "I can breathe, I'm okay." If breathing feels uncomfortable for you, please, 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 please skip it. It's okay. Find other things, other grounding techniques to use. Okay. The next technique I am going to talk about is cognitive grounding. Now, this is using your brain. Anxiety comes with racing thoughts. So, what you can do when you're having racing thoughts is, for example, you could say, "Today is whatever date today is, and I am safe right now." You could also picture yourself in your happy place. You could also recall moments of joy, moments of happiness. You could also recall jokes that made you laugh. You could also name 5 animals, 5 cities, or 5 colors that you can see or think of. You could say, this is an emotional memory, not a current threat. Some past traumas has us carry shame. So give yourself some compassion and empathy during this time. You could name the emotion that you are feeling without judging yourself harshly. Remind yourself that you are doing the best that you can right now. This is part of emotional grounding. Now, the next one I'll talk about is relational grounding. Relational grounding would be when you see someone or when someone comes in, you automatically start to feel like you're getting control of your body back because you see that person. You could also sit near someone you feel safe around. You could listen to a calm voice or someone's calm voice recorded. Okay. You could also pet or pat your pet animal and watch and match their rhythm. Match their breathing, or if it's a cat and it's purring, match its purring. The other one I'm going to talk about is emergency grounding. When your distress is so high that you feel like you're going to burst, grounding could be more physical. For example, going and opening the freezer part of the fridge and shoving your head into an open part of the fridge, the freezer, to feel the rush of cold air on your face. Or you could splash cold water on your face. You could also hold an ice cube in your hand and let it melt. You could also sit or squat on the floor and lean against something solid. So that would be grounding in an emergency. Okay. Every time you ground yourself, even briefly, you're teaching your nervous system something new. You're teaching it that you can survive the present moment. Okay. Healing doesn't happen all at once. Healing happens moment by moment. And it's just like self improvement, a lifetime process. Okay. So remember to be intentional in moments you could use grounding techniques and actually use them. I will talk more about how our nervous system reacts in situations and how to practice ways to gain control over your emotions in future podcasts. So please like this video and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you can listen to more information about this and future topics from this channel. Please share this information and this channel with other people. Thank you so much. Until next time.